guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanice and this is my channel, September Love. Thank you guys for tuning in today. So I'm gonna hop right in, but before I do, just a reminder to subscribe, hit the notification bell, check out my other vlogs and videos that I have going on. Go to my blog as well, septembralove.wordpress.com. So today I will be hopping in to share with you guys, I want to introduce you guys to my best friend. So yeah, my best friend is my journal. This is a video that I really want to do because I feel like I haven't really expressed the side of myself very much on my YouTube channel. On my blog, I feel like I have, but on here, not so much. So I wanted to kind of talk about my journal, the importance of journaling, what that really looks like. Because I feel people can say, yeah, honestly, journal, girl. And then you're like, what is that? Like, what do you mean to journal? Like, what does that look like? So I kind of want to go over that today. And today I actually will be reading some of my journal entries that I have not, I typically don't go back and read my entries. So this is the first time I have not opened my journal to like pick a page or whatever. So this is gonna be very like candid. And I'll read one to you guys and kind of explain what's happening in my life and how journaling helped me through that particular moment. Obviously me being very vulnerable with you. So yeah, so I'm gonna pick an entry right now. This journal actually was given to me by one of my church sisters, Patrice. Hey Supa, that's what I call her. So she gave me this journal, and if you know me, I love stationery, journals, notebooks, pens, calendars, stationery period. So she came to me randomly at church one day and she's like, hey, I have this journal like laying around and it's really cute and I figured you probably want it. I'm like, yes. And so I don't think you can see what it says, but it says she's clothed in strength, dignity, and leadership perspective. And she laughs without fear of the future. It's Proverbs 31 verse 25. Couldn't read it, you know, like, but yeah, this is what it says. And it's a really nice texture and it's really plush and soft, and I keep it in my drawer and I write in it. But if I'm going to be real with you guys, 100% honest, because that's what I'm about being honest, I haven't written in my journal in a long time. And I think the reason why I haven't written in my journal a long time is because my journal keeps me accountable. And don't you know you're in those times in your life where you kind of don't want to be accountable? Like you kind of just want to like, meh. Like I don't want to think about my feelings. I don't want to deal with my emotions. I don't want journaling to sound drab and boring because it's beautiful. It's fun. But my journal keeps me accountable and it helps me to see what I'm thinking on paper. Helps me to really be like, oh, so she needs to fix that. You need to deal with that, or this is improving or whatever. So it can do good and show you the negative parts of your heart. But I think for me, what I've been having difficulty with is like, I don't want to think about anything right now. Like, I don't want to think about anything right now. And that's just the truth. That's just kind of where I've been lately, kind of just, in a sense, like not keeping myself accountable in that way. And so I haven't written in my journal in months. And do I miss my journal? Absolutely. So I'm hoping that even me doing this video will challenge me to get back into my journal writing. I wrote in my journal every day for about 6 months, from January all the way through. As you guys know, I go to therapy and my therapist challenged me to do that. She's like, I want you to get, it was first, she called it like a gratitude notebook. So like write down things you're grateful for, because I had struggled with like negative talk. Like my internal voice is terrible. I'm always like hard on myself. And so she's like, I want you to practice like writing down positive things, writing down things you're grateful for, write down things that you're grateful for that God has done for you. Like really be aware. So that's the purpose of a journal. It's to really help you be aware of your mind and how you think, how you feel, you know, what your triggers are, or, you know, why you think the way you think. And it's something that really keeps you accountable. And that's why I call it my best friend, because I feel that's what your best friend is supposed to do. And yes, I do have best friends in real life. You guys already know that based off my friendship series. But this is something that's very personal and very not something I've ever shared with anybody. I don't share this with people. So yeah, without further ado, let me just hop into this one of these entries here. I'm so nervous. Okay. Day 65. This was March 5th, 2020. It says, hey God, thank you for such a beautiful day. Spring is coming. My patience level was better today. Probably with my students. It was nice to have sun shining and warm weather. God, I pray that you help me to grow in compassion and purity. I don't want to appear or seem to be pure, but I genuinely want to be pure. I think that was something that was kind of probably going through at the time because, like, people always say, like, yeah, purity, like, you want to be pure and all the different stuff. And people don't understand, like, there's purity starts in your heart. And I think that's the hardest thing to do. Your pure thoughts, your intentions, everything, purity of your heart is super important. So I think I was dealing with that. And a lot of times we always think that purity just means, yeah, don't have sex. This one is day 117. This is April 26, 2020. God, this morning, I thank you for a new day. I always start with thanks first because it's meant to be gratitude journal for me. So it's always a thanks first. Thank you for a new day. Today I was listening to Relationship Goals Reloaded and I felt stiff but distracted. I'm finding it hard to see that for my future. So I'm finding a resistance to what is being said. I'm going to stop turning to people and other people for peace and for clarity when you are in control and you are to be the top place in my life. Interesting. Like, I'm just looking back at like how it's really cool to see how you think about things, how you process things. This is May 3rd, sorry. So it says, Dear God, thank you for a beautiful day. There is a stubbornness that I felt during today's sermon about ripping up our list for life. Guys, I don't know if you watch Mike Todd, if you're into Transformation Church and things like that, and just the words that God gives him, it's really inspiring. And some of the messages are super challenging. And this particular day, he's talking about having a list for your life and like ripping it up and stuff. Oh, there was a stubbornness I felt during today's sermon about ripping up our own list for life. I do feel like I can't hear you sometimes. I'm asking that you soften my heart because it's hard to see what you're doing sometimes. Be with me. I'm confused. Protect me. Interesting. This one's May 13th, 2020. Dear God, thank you for a new morning. All that this day has in store for me, I can handle with you. I'm reminded that complexity in our faith comes from living in both the world and for God. I can get overwhelmed about making the wrong choices in the future, but I need to move and live minute by minute and day by day with you. Oh my gosh, this is one here. May 14th. Dear God, thank you for another day. Today's my mom's 50th birthday and I'm blessed to have her. She's a great mom. Hey, Mom. Yesterday or lately, and this I put like a little like PS, I've been trying not to be in my head about my weight. I've been overweight for years and I have yet to conquer it. Help me make the necessary changes. That's something I write about too. My appearance, everything. Like, literally in your journal, you can write whatever you want. It is a very, like, yeah, whatever you want. And it's a place where you can be honest. And sometimes when you look back, you're like, oh, you see what you're dealing with. You see what's going on. And I think for me, like I mentioned before, because I haven't written my journal in so long because I guess maybe I'm not doing the right things with my emotions at the moment. Day 106. This is April 15th, 2020. God, thank you for this day. I'm challenged in the area of generosity. I feel I need to do more. I just hate my selfish, self-centered ways. I want to be free from that. Today's devotion was about the faithfulness of you. I want to trust you more with my finances and my future. I don't know if I've given up on the idea of having a family or if I'm content and taking it easy. I'm not sure what I feel. When things bring anxious feelings, I try to forget it. I don't know what's going on with me. Wow. April 24th, 2020. God, thank you for another day. Yesterday, I ate everything. Help me to exercise self-control. Once I had a cookie, it was over. The workouts have been good and I don't want to ruin what I've already done. I was beginning to lose self-control, but reconnecting with you intimately and planning for my students and my 2 goals for the day help me to get back on track. Help me to intentionally talk to you, meditate, and listen to specific songs. You make me whole. Dear God, thank you for another day. I woke up feeling on edge and short-tempered. I'm also upset because my tax return is not what I expected it to be. And I'm frustrated because it makes me feel like I can't ever reach my earthly goals. It just doesn't make me feel hopeful. I'm trying to trust in you for my life, but it seems difficult. I can't get mad as I want to, because deep down there's a spark of hope. I'm just thinking to myself, like, do I still have that spark of hope now? You know, it's crazy how things change. Hi, God. This is June 8th, 2020. Help me to be available to you and to my family. Remove the hardness of my heart. Help me to get out of my own way. Help me to get open to be kind, loving, and gentle with you, myself, and others. I need to spend time with you today. Really spend time. And I think it's interesting because I put gentle with myself, you, and others. Like, sometimes we don't realize that how we treat ourselves is how we treat other people. And people, sometimes when you see people disrespect others, that's how they treat themselves. That's how they talk about themselves. And so sometimes, like, I can be very hard on myself and and I can be very hard on people. I feel like I can be. And I feel this is a day where I'm like, I need to be more gracious. I need to be, more chill. Yeah. So I got to share that with you guys today. What I have in my journal, it really got me thinking. And sometimes when I read like my old journals and stuff like that, I'm like, yo, who is this person? Like, you also see the development, and you also see the the waves you go through. That healing is like up and down and up and down. Because the part I'm talking about, I'm patient, and then next thing I'm like, yo, everyone shut up. And we all have those moments, So it's kind of cool to have this like as a record, of what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what, you're going through. Simple, like, God, thank you for today, or like write down ideas. Like, that's another thing too. Your journal does not have to necessarily be like a diary type of thing. It can also be something that's like meant to write down ideas, which I have another journal for that. So I have another journal where I'm more with like reflecting and like writing down my thoughts and feelings. And then I have another journal where I write down my ideas. I write down things I want to do. I write down places I want to go, like just goals and stuff that I have. That's where I kind of write that stuff. So I have two separate journals for two different purposes. But I do say all that to say that journaling is very important. And I feel like it's a great way to help with your mental health, to help you to release things that are happening. So especially now things are so tense all the time, having somewhere you can go to, write down, see what you're thinking, see what you're feeling, see what you're struggling with, where your weak points are, and really dig and really figure those things out and make your necessary steps to do that. So I think it's, like I said, I call it my best friend because it keeps me accountable, keeps me in line, keeps me in check. And I feel like I need to get back into my journaling. And I'm encouraging you guys, like I'm encouraging myself to get back into journaling. It doesn't have to sound like mine. You don't have to, it's up to you how you want to make your journal. But I think journaling is helpful. Record your ideas, record your goals, record your thoughts, your plans, budgeting. Like, I feel like journaling is for everything. It's like where you put everything in there. So yeah, it was really interesting to see how I was thinking at the beginning of the year, what I was dealing with, and it's interesting because some things I'm still dealing with. And I think I kind of mentioned it in there, just like, I have this list for my life. Like, should I even still have hope in you for these things? And I think that's kind of where I'm struggling right now, to be honest with you guys, struggling to hold on to the promises, I think, in the sense of like my life specifically, what God is doing with me specifically. Because I'm okay, like, God, I'm so close. I have earthly goals. I have things that I want. I want a family. I want a husband. I want a home. Like, there's certain things that I want. And there's moments in my journal where I wrote, like, I feel like I'm just like, this is not happening. Like, what is going on? Like, and not so much with like a relationship, but more so like my finances. I'm like, I'm trying to save. And so there are a lot of moments where I was like, God, I'm trying to trust you. Like, I'm trying to do this right now. Like, I'm trying to really look to you, but it's hard. And it's cool because God is not afraid of that. God is not afraid of your doubt. He's not like thrown off because you're doubting. You know what I mean? It's just the fact that you can talk to him. And a journal is a cool way to do that. I would share with you guys one time I wrote in my journal. This was like a couple years ago. I hope I get married, because if not, this would be stupid. But one time I had my journal and I was in my room. I think I just finished fasting that day. And like, I was in my room, like, okay, I'm going to write down, like, like just for the day. And it's like I had this whole, like, this song came in my heart, like, okay, this is how my wedding is going to be. This is the song I'm going to use. And that song, when I heard this song, then I'm like, okay, this is what I want for my wedding. I bawled my eyes out. And I recorded in my journal. I recorded that song in my journal. And I also wrote a letter to my husband in one of my journals. I know specifically where that journal is. Yeah, so my journal is this like place where I keep everything, record everything, whatever you want in there. Yeah, so I'm hoping that one day I get to actually use that journal and read from that journal to my husband if he's out there. I say all that to say, be encouraged. If you don't have a journal, get one. Get a cute one too. Have a blessed day. If you haven't done so already, head over to my blog, septomberdalove.wordpress.com. Check out the other videos I have on my channel. Browse, peek, dig, do whatever you got to do. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment below. Do you have a journal? Are you going to start journaling? Have you journaled before? Maybe fell off like me. And you're going to be like me and try to get this back together to help us with our mental health, help us with the relationship with God. And just help us to be better, more aware of ourselves. Okay. All right, guys. Love always. Bye.